you're tuned in to Above All Our Show, giving the scoop and the latest on how the story goes. Broadcasting from Vegas in case you didn't know. Worldwide Great Commission, that's the gospel. Discussing topics that standard is righteous living, bumping them bangers and interviewing different Christians. Who's hot, who's not, does it really matter? It's his hop, non-stop, focus on the ladder. Stay tuned to the dial and turn that volume up. This Faith Radio, Jesus is who we lifting up. So in your ears, we gon' be here for a minute. It's my bro D-Road, he bout to come with it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy D-Road coming at you from the headquarters. This is Club His Hop Las Vegas, and I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We have an amazing show tonight. We are so excited. The anticipation is building here in the station, y'all. But before we get to all that, and before we tell you who our guest is and all that, I just want to go ahead and remind you to download that app, the HISHOPRADIO app. That way you will get notified each time something is going down in the club, as we do our shows, as we have our events, as we go live every Monday. And now I'm going live every day, 4 a.m. in the morning. You can catch me 4 a.m., y'all, going live. So we doing a lot of stuff around here. We have a lot of events coming up, and we just had some events last weekend. So we are, as they say, jet lagged up in the spot.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna go ahead and bring my girl who always holds me down. Queen G is in the spot. My co-host, Queen G. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. I can tell you tired.
Yes,
I can tell you tired.
Yes, I'm just driving on fumes.
Right. Your energy is like, woo, and then you play the little claps, you know? But it's all good. I know, yeah, it has been a constant
grind.
Yes,
come on,
serious one.
It's not work when you love what you do.
Right, that's
right?
true.
It's the passion of love, y'all.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, so how you doing besides that? I know you running on fumes and all that good stuff, but
well, I'm excited. I've been sharing some great news lately. As I told the team before, we're going to have a new club coming online. And I can't even think of
Indiana, and it's in Indiana,
it's in
right?
Evansville. Yeah, Evansville, Indiana. They're coming online. So we gotta go ahead and give us some hand claps for that.
Extended family, right?
Yes.
So what exactly are they doing with that? What exactly are they?
Well, it's another guy. He has he's a hip hop minister as well. He has his own label, and he's partnering with the church out there, and they're doing things all through the week. Like Monday night, they're gonna have Monday Night Football, and Tuesday they got something. But Friday is their hip hop night, and that's going to be the club His Hop night. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And we'll definitely be able to go and participate and perform and things like that. So that's coming online. The upgrade to our app, I'm excited about. And also, we've been nominated. I ain't going to say the name of the nomination because we can't announce it yet, but we've been nominated for Radio Station of the Year. And this is Thank you. Okay, some hand claps.
Yeah, some real ones. We got some real ones in the building.
Yes. And being nominated is only half the battle. You know, we got to go and get our votes. So we need support.
Right.
We need everyone to vote. See, we're campaigning.
Our special guest can tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So we need your votes. And also with that, I do want to highlight the event that's coming up this weekend, which is Give Life a Chance. Our brother Hurricane Man, he actually has a show here on His Hot Radio. Had a tragedy in his family. His nephew, which was in his early 20s, committed suicide.
Oh, Jesus.
And what can be so bad at that age, you know? And that really impacted our brother. And so he was praying and asking God, you know, what can I do? How can I respond to this? And he said that God gave him the concept of give life a chance because the young man's name was Chance Zachary was his name. So it's a play on his name, give life a chance. You know, don't do that.
Up, yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't do that. And so He had his first event in Atlanta, Georgia, Give Life a Chance event. He had comedians, he had artists come out, he had fitness professionals, health, not fitness, but health people, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah. They came out to speak, and they came out and he had a good showing. So he wants to, I told him we're going to bring the whole Hip Hop Nation behind his movement. So November 3rd, y'all, mark your calendars, invite everyone you know, especially if you know someone who might be dealing with this issue. November 3rd, which is in a couple of days, really, it's coming right up. We're going to have the Give Life a Chance event. So come on out and support. So
yes, sir.
So that answers your question. That's what I've been up to.
Yeah.
Now, what have you been up to, and can you tell us about this wonderful guest that you actually brought to?
So I met our special guest, Miss Laura Perkins, at the Umoja Festival, and that was a pre-voting event that was for the community. What an amazing event. Very powerful. Awesome. Everything was pretty much free. You know, they were out there bringing the awareness on how important it is to vote. Yes. And also they were allowing, the polls were open. You were able to pre-vote at that particular event. So, nice. And they incorporated entertainment, the whole nine. Cameron came. Cameron, yeah, rap artist Cameron was in the building. So that's amazing. We had special guests like Laura Perkins there in the building. I met her on the way out. I met her on the way with me leaving. So I really believe that, you know, God puts certain people together, you know, for a specific reason. And that wasn't by accident, you know. So, awesome. We did that last week. You know about the Salt and Pepper event, the residency that they just did here in Las Vegas. They're at Paris Hotel. Yeah. And it's a 90s residency. So they're going to be swapping out some of the different 90s groups, you know, like SWV and, you know, Blackstreet and just everybody. All the people we love. All for One. Rob Bass was there. It was just amazing. And I got there thinking that I was going to share the red carpet with others. Yeah. But it was just me. So that was interesting. I was like, can I just talk to myself real quick and say you could do this? You know, I was a ball of nerves, you know, and even became fanatical at certain points. So that was pretty funny. My husband was like, you sound kind of nervous. I was like, I was, because I'm a fan. They coming right to you, yeah. Exactly. And there was no way to, you know what I'm saying, alleviate the load because there was no one else. So very interesting. And then over the weekend, I think there was an event here Friday, right? Ooh, yeah. An event here Friday.
This is why I'm on fumes.
Yeah, we had an event here Friday. And then we had another event Saturday as well, the Masquerade Ball. Yes. So that was here. I got a chance to co-host it that night. So that was amazing. And give it up to Goldie for that. She really, really, it was powerful. It was exuberating. The stories were amazing for the women that, you know, experienced domestic violence. Just very powerful past and things that they went through. You just never know unless you open up and talk to someone. And they expressed so many things that day. Just, you know, some of them have been beaten and abused, and just it was just
just time for healing.
Right, you know, right. They took the mask off. It's demasquerade, so you take the mask off. Because so many of us walk around with these burdens and weights and loads on our shoulder. So I just love that event. And we left there. We didn't even get out of here till almost 1 in the morning because we were so hyped up off of the guests that were singing and rapping. And it was just...
People still wanted to
my God.
Even after that,
And we did a radio show that night. Yeah. Right, remember?
Sure did. Yep.
And so that was here. Saturday also we did what's called a power shoot at Unique 702 Clothing Store, where we bring the brand together with the media, together with the models. So it's a collaboration of the three worlds together. I hosted that along with my husband. That's our event that we do once a month. And it's a great networking event.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm there next time.
Yeah. Models get their pictures for free. You know, it's a way to cross promote all three worlds coming together. And it's amazing. did that, and also the third thing was I got a chance to host a segment of a video launch. So that was another thing we did. Yeah, and then came here, hosted, and then we did the after wrap of the Demasquerade Ball.
Yes.
You know, going around interviewing everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, so Queen G was on the street everywhere.
Yes. Not to mention, I had an event last night I had to oversee as well.
There you go. So
it brings us to tonight,
Yes.
which is highly anticipated. So go ahead and give our guests a great introduction.
Well, I met this amazing lady, like I said, at the Emoji Festival. I was on my way out, and we just, I don't know, we kind of met up.
Ran into each other.
Yeah, we kind of met up, midway or something. And it was, the table was the draw. It was the table over there by the voting area. We saw the candy on the table.
Yeah,
Remember
that was my breakfast that day. I hadn't eaten breakfast all day, so that was
right. We both saw the candy, met up, and just exchanged business. And
your face was sparkling.
Oh yes, you did tell me that. You were like, your makeup is so pretty. I was like, girl, the sparkle spilled over in my makeup bag. But that's what drew us, and you are just so amazing. I loved your spirit and your energy. Meeting you that day, and I told her, I was like, girl, I got you on the interview. Let me know, And that's how it started. That's how it started. So I want to introduce Miss Laura Perkins. She is University Region District 1.
I'm running for
Yes. That position in that office.
Yes.
So yeah, please stop me anytime and interject if I say something, because I'm not real skilled on that. But I did want to make sure that we get you in here and have you talk to the people about what you're doing, what you're going for. And I know that the final voting day is November 6th, correct?
Yes.
All right, so let's bring her online.
Oh, Miss Laura Perkins, right? Hey, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing and the campaign and stuff like that.
What I've been doing, hearing you guys' story, it's you all have been a little bit more busy than I have.
Oh, really?
But on
Okay.
Saturday, it started at like 7 a.m. because there was events starting at 8, 9, 10, 11. And I was all over town, all across town, just trying to get those, energized and make sure that people went out and voted.
Right.
It's so important to use your vote and use your voice.
Yes.
To elect people that represent your values and your feelings and the things that you are, hold dear to yourself.
Right. And it's important to put a face to the cause as well,
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that you're so sweet. Like you're out there shaking hands,
and
talking to people. Yeah, kissing babies. Very, very personable. And anybody that you elect to an office, you want them to be like that,
Well, I feel like that it's an honor to be elected, and it's a duty, and when you're elected, the constituents are the people that you're supposed to represent.
Right.
And so if I'm not out there shaking hands and talking to people, then how do I know what you want? I mean, I can always go by what I want, but what I want isn't always what everybody else, what my constituency would like.
Right. So I want to talk about, of course, the higher education side of things. I want to go into that a little bit. But how long have you been, a political figure? Like, talk about that. How long have you been doing this?
Well, actually, it started. I started with Girl Scouts. When my girls were little, I did Girl Scouts. I was soccer mom. I was the camp out queen. I did all of those things to just to be a part of my children's lives.
Right.
From that, I was asked to be on planning commission for City of North Las Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it was like a shock because I'm like, who, me?
Right.
What did I do?
Soccer mom turned.
Exactly.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And that was in 1999. So I was also the first African-American female appointed to the City of North Las Vegas Planning Commission.
Oh, my God.
So
that's huge.
And that's how it started. And
that's huge.
It's like a bug. It's like a bug when you get bit. It's in you.
That's it, huh?
It's in you.
Wow.
It's on. After that, I stayed active with Friends of the North Las Vegas Library, trying to build North Las Vegas's library district to be competitive. So I've been since 1999.
Wow. And how did you feel to be the first?
It didn't feel any different.
Okay.
It's like,
I just want to know,
thank you, but I have a job to do, so
right,
yeah.
back to work.
Right.
And I want to mention,
I got a piece of cake.
I want to mention, if any of your supporters or if anyone out there you would like to ask her a question, that calling number is 707-676-6493, and the phone lines are open. So just give her a call if you have any questions about education, and I'm trying to get more familiar of what you do as far as education. Can you explain that, what you...
Well, the region I'm trying to do, I would like to do as a region. We're the governing body for the higher institutions in Nevada, the public universities, UNLV, UNR, to name a few.
Oh, gotcha.
Community College, College of Southern Nevada, Truckee. And we also govern Desert Research Institute, which most people don't realize. They do research.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a wide variety of organizations that all meet different needs in our, in Southern Nevada, or in Nevada, period.
Right. Awesome.
But I wanted to go back to mental health.
No, go there. Let's talk about it. Listen, the floor is yours.
We have such a shortage of mental health professionals and mental health counselors.
God.
We need recently I just read in New York University, their medical students that start at school in September, it's completely paid for, 100%.
Wow.
So when they graduate, they're going to stay in New York, first of all. And so that will solve a problem that we here in the Valley also have.
Which is that debt after school.
Yes. Most doctors graduate with about $400,000 in debt.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're going into your new job, but you have to also pay these
they'll be
phenomenal
living at home
fees.
forever.
Yeah.
They'll be living at home paying their student loans off forever. Even though they're a licensed professional and they're a doctor. Well, we have the same shortage in Nevada of doctors. So if we can get that program expanded expanded here, we might be able to help people like Chance, how you mentioned earlier. If somebody had been available to him, he might have made a different choice.
Oh my God. So I can already hear it. Like you're probably home, your wheels are spinning. You're like, look, we got to get this done.
Yes. I sleep with a notebook by my bed. So whenever I roll over and I write something down, so I'll remember the next day so I can go back to sleep.
Right. Oh my God. Well, I pray that the voting goes in your favor. You seem to have a heart. And I say that because, not every politician has a heart. And I'm not getting political or nothing.
Strangely silent.
Yeah. No, you don't have to debate it or anything like that. But I just want to say that I really feel like you would have the best intent for the people, and making sure that whatever you can do to make things better for them, on a higher education level, that you're going to put every foot forward in a positive direction.
Thank you. That's one of my motivations, absolutely, to make it affordable and just affordable for any student who wants to go.
Right.
And accessible, because a lot of students, we don't have that average student anymore, the ones that go to school 9 to 5 and Monday through Thursday, and then we don't have that student. The student that we service is usually working a job, maybe has children, maybe has a family, so they need the school to be open and available when they're open and available. Right.
Any questions for her? I'm just
going in right now. I'm soaking it up.
Okay.
Well, education is a very important topic to talk about, but me personally, I think it's sad how it's been so defunded over the past, probably like the past 10 years. It seems like money has been taken away from the education pocket. What are your feelings on that?
Well, funding is always a problem. There's never enough money to do everything you want. So it's sort of like in our own households,
right?
We want to do a lot of things. I mean, we want the marble floors and the sub-zero refrigerator, but we can't afford all of that at once. And it's pretty much the same in the education system. We have to prioritize what's important to us. the medical school is a priority. I mean, it's a major priority. Yes. We really need to get that up and running, and as quickly as possible, so we can fill the shortages here in town.
Okay, so the medical school will help us produce the doctors that are needed.
Yes.
And I know probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I remember in the news there were a lot of doctors that have left town.
Yes.
Have you heard of that?
Left town. Well,
they left the city, you know.
When I was student liaison for the 3rd and 4th year medical students for University of Nevada School of Medicine, wherever students do their residency, usually they stay, and it's a very high percentage, and so we don't have a whole bunch of residencies down here, which also is something that we need to work on as a group and to make sure that's successful.
Okay. You mentioned that a lot of students, they graduate school out of debt. Need to flip both of them up. There's one on Queen G, she's our host, and she's all over the place. You said that they end up in debt almost to the amount of $400,000.
That's the average in debt when you become a doctor. Yes.
Wow.
Well, and depending on your specialty too. So
depending on your specialty. Yes. So the average doctor, I guess you could say, depending on your specialty, what would be like the starting salary? You know what I mean? To try to start knocking out this debt. You know, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, and then you have to figure that a lot of doctors go into private practice, which once again you have to come up with funding or get on with another group. Right now, I am not familiar with the starting pay of most physicians. I would have to look that up myself.
Yes. Okay.
But I know it's a little bit more than minimum wage.
Yeah. I know
Right.
But my thinking was, you know, is it once you accumulate this debt, how fast can you pay it off? You know, how much income are you going to start receiving once you start? You know what I mean?
Let's start at like $60,000, which is a very low estimate.
Yeah.
The student loan at $400,000, that's more than a house payment.
Yeah.
Because they want you to pay it off fairly quickly. I mean, it's not like you can finance it for 30 years.
Right.
But $400,000, when you think about it, that's almost $500,000. I mean, that's a lot of debt. So you're strapped.
Yeah, while working, you know, the new position you have. I just keep thinking about that. Like, you're all excited about finally being done with school, and you get this new position and this new job, and you get out there and it's like, I also got to pay off all the debt now. And it took a lot of focus just to get through school.
Did. Yes, it does.
You know? So.
And also, like, can you work in a rural community where you're not going to, garner the big bucks? Like if you were a plastic surgeon, for instance, they garner a little bit more money than a family physician.
Right.
So when you're thinking, at the end of this, I'm going to have to pay off a $400,000 debt. At the end of this, you're probably thinking, I'm probably not going to be a general practitioner,
Right.
I'm going to be some specialty, but what most rural communities can't afford so that's what, and we have a lot of rural communities here in Nevada.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wanted to ask something. When did you fall in love with education? I wanted to ask that because that's your stance. I wanted to ask, when did that begin for you? That love, and that relationship with education.
Good question. My mom actually was the first in my family to go to college. She came from 5 brothers and sisters. She was the baby. And she became a teacher, and she was a teacher for 32 years, actually most of them here in Clark County School District.
So you saw it in your face. And I tell everybody that's a parent, you got to lead by example.
Yes, exactly.
Lead by example, because our babies are sponges. So you're there at home, mom is going to work every day teaching, and she got to come teach you guys, and you're just soaking it all in.
Yes.
Mom of 32 years teaching.
Yes, she taught 32, over 32. Yeah. And when I saw that, I guess, you live and learn. It's like, is it nature or nurture? I think everything is a gift. Right. Every gift has its uses. And I think teaching is actually a gift, because you can teach people how to teach, but you can't really make them teachers,
Right. I get that.
I think it's a gift.
I get that. You get that?
Yeah, I did. It's a passion. Now, I was going to ask you, we are so close to the election. It's November the 6th, and we're days away, really?
Days.
Yeah.
Are you
days.
at this stage, are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you at the point where you just want to get this behind you? Where are you at right now?
I'm all over the board. I keep asking myself, I'm like, is there anything else I missed? Is there something I missed? Is there something more that I can do? That's the first layer. And then it's like, well, Laura, there's only 3 more days of early voting. So
you've done absolutely everything.
Yes.
Well, one of the important steps of stopping through here at HISHOPRADIO, because we are going to blast this interview everywhere. So I'm so glad that we got a chance to connect before the big decisions were made, and before and because whatever we can do to push, your vote and get people to go in there and say your name, put your name in at the polls. Definitely, we are going to do that.
Now, I want to give you the opportunity, if you want to convince someone who may be listening right now to vote for you, what would you tell them?
Well, you asked me earlier about when I fell in love with education. I graduated from CSN with a degree in electronic engineering technology. And then I went to UNLV and I graduated with a degree in post-secondary education. So I taught for like 8 years in the corporate setting. I taught computer software to adults. So I've always, always in the back of my mind. I remember as a little girl, I'm like, I don't want to be a teacher because I saw what my mom had to go through.
Right.
And here I am.
I'm a
teacher.
It's in you.
Oh my goodness.
So and I want to tell you, just get out there and use your voice. I mean, seriously, yes, I would love it if you went down all the way to the end of the ballot, because I'm pretty low on the ballot.
On the ballot, that's
I'm
okay.
Low. So I'm a down ballot ticket.
Okay, that's
look for
okay.
Laura Perkins, but just go out and use your voice. That's pretty much the
most important right
most
there.
Important. Yes.
And we are gonna, like I said, blow this up and tell people.
I know I'm crying. You guys got me all emotional.
Oh my God. Well, we are so excited for you, and I know it's been a journey. Yeah, right?
This started, I started over a year ago in like June. One of my colleagues asked me if I would be interested in running. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. And they're like, are you sure? Just think about it. Don't say no right away. And, well, here I am.
Right. So this is an interesting question, and I'm going to, throw it out at you from, what's coming into my head. So if you were to talk to a mom who is a Girl Scout mom, and give her advice, and if she's thinking about taking a position or something that's higher than what she would expect, what would you say to her? What advice would you give to a person like that?
Seriously, just go do it. I mean, us as women, we have an opportunity. We have to be asked 3 times to actually run for a political office.
Okay.
Whereas on our male counterparts, only have to be asked once.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
And some of them don't even have to be asked. They just think they can do the job. Whereas women were like, can we do the job? Do we do it right?
Right.
Will I have time to balance my family and my kid and my children and my family? Will I have time to balance my work life with my family in this new political career? So I think women are more cautious about going into it. So if I had a sister, I would basically take them under my wing and like, okay, just follow me around. We're going to make this work.
Right.
I'm going to mentor you until you feel confident enough to go do this. Because we do need a variety of voices. And like you said, a cacophony. We need everybody in the symphony.
My goodness.
So they can sing and get out the joyous noise.
So exactly.
If we only have one person or one person saying everything, then it's kind of one-sided.
Right.
Now, I have a question. I think most politicians, when they leave office, they want to leave a legacy behind, or there's something that they want to be remembered for. What would that be for you?
That I did my job and I did it passionately. That's awesome. I mean, I don't want any, I didn't go into this for the accolades or the paycheck, because this job is almost volunteer.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting.
It is.
Wow.
You definitely have a heart.
Yeah, and that's when I first met you, that's what I picked up from you.
Well, thank you.
Is your heart, and I can tell you love people. You love life, yeah. And sometimes when we're like that, that's hard because people are not in a receptive, reciprocating. You understand position to receive it because their idea of love is different than ours sometimes. You know, and it comes across like, what are you doing?
What do you want from me? What do you want?
Right. So I
just want to help you. Really? Like, well, what do you want?
Right.
What do you want in return? Nothing.
Exactly.
Your success is my return. Really? I mean, seriously, that's it.
Right. How do your babies feel about, your candidacy and running for an official office? How do they feel about that?
They're like, well, mom's always doing something. I mean, they're used to me doing, they've never seen me sit down.
Busy,
and, I've always been busy. Whether it was with their activities or my own activities, I was always busy.
Right. So you're building that same kind of, legacy for them. And
they would go out and hand flyers out when we walked for other candidates. One was in a stroller and one was walking.
See,
so it does start young. Yes.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, but you never know. She might have the next Barack Obama.
There you go.
Michelle Obama.
There
you might get that bug at a young age. My teenager, he was so involved in politics in middle school, and I will confess, he didn't get it from me. He got it from his grandfather. You know what I mean? So he didn't get it. I mean, I was into it enough to be informed and to know what was going on, but he was really passionate. He wanted to go to different caucuses in town.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What 14-year-old teenager
wants to do this?
See, now that's the future Barack Obama.
That might have been Obama there.
You know what I mean? And he's in school, talking to these kids, and they're like, they rather watch paint dry on the wall. They don't want to talk about this. But
right.
So
he was different.
Yeah. Well, so you never know.
He's like he connects the dots, which most people do not connect the dots. If you have a pothole, it's your city council person that's going to fix it. It's not the president. It's your city council person. So that's why you need to vote every single time to make sure that those things happen.
Right.
So being informed is 99% of the game.
Have you done a lot of this campaign by listening to your heart? Yes. And you just, I'm asking those kind of things because I want to really get the effect of what it's like to be in your shoes. You know what I mean? And to hear your side of things.
I must tell you, I take a Sabbath.
Oh, we got it.
We have a call.
Okay, hey.
We have a call that just called in. Hey, caller.
Welcome to HISHOPRADIO.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling in. Do you have any questions?
No, I just hadn't even heard what you were talking about. I just wanted to see about listening, see what you're talking about.
Oh, you just wanted to see what we're talking about?
Yeah.
We have.
I just got a text message about half a dozen text messages.
Say that one more time.
Beg pardon?
Can you say that one more time?
I said I got about 6 text messages, and I wasn't sure what it was about, but it just had a phone number on it, so I thought I'd check it out.
Nice.
All right, that means somebody's out promoting.
Somebody's tuning into this today.
Yay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. We have a special guest, Laura Perkins, in the building. She is here. She is out campaigning, and, we are all I'm going to vote for you.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm going to vote for you.
Counts.
Yes. So, and she's on the higher education end, and just has been expressing her thought process on, what she would like to do if she gets and receives this win on November 6th. So, Laura Perkins, please Google her, look her up, and definitely go and vote for her.
Yes, do not waste your voice. Go ahead and vote. You still with us?
Yes, I am, but I'm in Missouri. I can't vote for somebody out there.
Oh, you calling wow.
Okay.
I bet you know a couple people that live in Vegas.
Yeah, call a couple of your relatives.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for calling in, and go ahead and download that app, His Hop Radio, in your app store.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you very much. You have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
All right. All the way from Missouri.
Nice.
Wow. Thank
Wow,
y'all,
how did they
Missouri.
even
I know
know?
that some of my friends are tuning in from there. But whoa. Okay.
Okay. Well, some of you, instead of sending the message out for someone else to call in, your friends need to call too.
Call in, y'all. Ask her anything you want to ask her. This is Miss Laura Perkins. She is, going out for the higher education side of the election. So please call in. Please call in.
No doubt. Okay, well, we're almost at the time where we're going to wrap this up. We do have a clip that we want to play at the end.
Okay.
But before we do, let's get some final comments, some final thoughts, and, let's just get the word out to vote for it.
Okay. My name is Laura Perkins. I'm running for University Region District 1.
We got another call. Hello, welcome to His Hop Radio.
Hi. Well, oh wow, I wasn't expecting to get someone live on the radio tonight.
All right, you got a little echo there. We didn't really get what you said. Can you repeat that?
Hey, wow, let me see if I can take y'all speaker. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, no, I was just saying I wasn't expecting to get in on the radio station on the show tonight, but I'm excited and, happy that I got through.
All right, well, you get some hand claps for that one.
Yes,
Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in. We have Laura in the studio with us.
Laura Perkins.
Laura Perkins, do you have any questions for her or anyone else on the show?
Yes, actually, I'm basically calling in, and I apologize. I was just receiving a text from Miss Tia Ross, and she told me to call in if they was doing interviews, and I wasn't sure exactly what the show was about, but, just really just looking to connect and, hear some great empowerment information. So, again, my name is Deanna Little, and, I'm here in Chicago, Illinois.
Okay,
so just
Chicago.
Yes.
Right.
What's the weather like?
Yes. The weather is beautiful. I'm so excited. It's like all October. We've been in the 50s. Tomorrow's going to be 64. So that's really unusual here in the Windy City. So I'm not complaining.
Well, Miss Special Guest, Miss Tia Ross, will be coming up right after Miss Laura Perkins. So if you hang in there and call us back like in another, 15 minutes, you'll be able to get through on the actual radio show with Miss Tia Ross.
Yeah, we're doing a double show today. And so they're going to come in on the second half of the show. But we definitely thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I would love to listen. Where can I tune in? Like on, is this a social media station? This is all new for me. So please give me your, as far as information station so I can listen in as well.
Yeah.
It's His Hop Radio. Go ahead and give her.
You download the app. It is His Hop Radio in your app store. HISHOP in your app store. And you'll be able to interact with us. You'll be able to stay up with everything we got going. We're also
awesome. I'm doing it now.
Oh, come on! Now.
Amazing. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And then,
no,
like
you
I said,
you said you was going to share something else. You said you also something else. What was that?
Oh, give her the. I think it was the Twitter, all that, like the links and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can actually watch us live at our Club His Hop Facebook page. And also on our YouTube page, His Hop Nation. So if you want to see what we're doing live, go ahead and go to the Club His Hop page.
Oh, will do. And thanks again for sharing. Have a great day. And evening. I'm not sure what time zone you guys are now, but I look forward to connecting.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
We'll call back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try to call back. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
That's amazing, right?
Man, I'm going to hit up some hand claps.
So in a nutshell, I want to say again, if you guys have not been to the polls yet, they have the early voting going on. Make sure that you go down the
all the way to the end.
To the end. Look up Miss Laura Perkins' name and definitely put in a vote for her. She is amazing. I believe that, if she gets in that office, she will make our education a better system here in the city of Las Vegas. I feel her heart. I know that she has, a spirit for excellence, and she is ready to take on this role. I know she's a sweetheart, but I know she get with it if she has to too.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'm 5'2", short.
Yes.
Right. So is there any last words that you want to say to our listeners?
Do your research. Go out there and vote. Use your voice. Use your vote. Up until November 2nd is early voting, and then November 6th is the actual election day.
Yes.
Laura Perkins for University Regent District 1.
Woo!
Yeah,
Thank you so much for coming. This was awesome.
This is good. Amazing.
Hand claps, come on now. And we also invite you to come back. If you get a chance, we're gonna go to a music break, but she's gonna show you the venue.
I'm gonna take you inside real quick. So
having some engagements, some speaking engagements, or some parties, birthday parties, whatever. We do rent out our venue, so please let your friends know that we are here.
And also,
shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Right.
I would like to say that I can come back once a quarter to keep you guys up on what's going on.
Oh yeah, we would love that. Make this your home. When you need to go live about something or go on the radio or go on the air, we will make room and time for you.
That's a heck of an offer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
we don't get tired, as you can see.
Yeah, you guys are on coffee.
Right.
Oh, you have one question from one of our listeners, Miss Goldie. She's asking, what party is she affiliated with?
That's a good question, yeah.
And T. Streaming said, shalom, my brothers and sisters. Hey, what's up, brother?
All right.
Let's see. My position is actually a nonpartisan position.
Nonpartisan, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Nonpartisan. That's the answer, Goldie, for her. That's what party she is affiliated with. So,
yeah. What does Goldie want me to say?
Great question. No, you're good.
All right, so we're going to segue into the second half of the show. We're going to take a music break, but before that, we're going to play this clip. We want to encourage you to go out and vote. Go out and vote for our sister. I'm going to just go ahead and take the call offline. Yeah. So we will be back in a few minutes, y'all.
So now we have some activity. Come on, Laura, let's go in here.
All right, gonna get serious, fam. These politicians act like they don't have to listen to people like me. But that's all about to change, y'all. Because I know the change that I want to make happen.
We glowing. We glowing. Burn whiter than gold, boy. We glowing. We glowing. Burn whiter than gold, boy.
Even though the sun has gone, we'll find our way with the stars. When everything else is gone cold, we'll keep burning brighter than a white gold. We glow, we glow, we glow, brighter than white gold. We glow, we glow, we glow, brighter than white gold.
Greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. My first bar was scripture, just to take off the world. Dude, I'm not of this flesh, I'm not of this world, I've been sent by the best. I don't know what you heard, I do this for real. Shh, put the rumors to rest. I gotta fight off opinions of weak men, replace the hate, I can't let it sink in. When I seek him, it's not just a weekend. Christian rap, my profession, LinkedIn. They're like, hey yo, who let them sheep in? We really lies, but that's our secret. Floodgates open, living water seeping. Check the weather channel, it's tsunami season. Lord, help me get out of my feeling. Lord willing, I ain't trying to be the villain. They wanna bury me, I'm trying to break the ceiling. They wanna kill it, I'm trying to break the healing. The game in the drought, I came with provisions. I'm here with subscriptions, I'm making incisions. Operating table, saving more than able to make us like diamonds and shot to the millions. can't kill this hope, bruh. I keep getting doper. Even Jesus had Judas, but don't pucker up when you bout to betray us. I know that it's coming, but I know that he coming. Till I see Messiah, I'm gold in the fire, I'm straight overcoming.
Even though the sun has gone, we'll find our way with the stars. When everything else is done cold, we'll keep burning brighter than a white gold. We glow, we glow, we glow, brighter than white gold. We glow, we glow, we glow, brighter than white gold.
I do this for believers. When the world don't believe us, it's a narrow road, but we wide receivers. I'm running with the rock. That's another name for Jesus. I'm trying to rise like Jesus. I ain't trying to hide, it's Jesus. I'm 24 karat when I share it. Point you to the sky like a building in Paris. Point you to the Father like I never been embarrassed. I never would have made it if he never would have bared it. Cross, crucifix, crown of thorns, sowers pierced, 9-inch nails through the wrist. All for us, he rose, we lit. We gon' glow when the others don't show up. They gon' know that the maker is for us. Burn slow, go the world can't hold us. We don't believe them lies that they told us. Lamborghini in the weed don't fill us. We don't need the codeine or chill us. Save soul, AKs can't kill us. I told some Crips, just blood gon' heal us. My glow different, we are not the same. Our flow different, this ain't for the fame. Our goals different, this are for his name. I'm trying to hear well done when he call my name.
Even though the sun has gone, we'll find our way with the stars. When everything else is done cold, we'll keep burning brighter than a white gold. We glow, we glow, we glow, brighter than white gold. We glow, we glow, we glow, brighter than white gold. Okay, let me come on. Thank you for calling me because I was.
And we are back, y'all. This is the second half of the show. So, Queen, it's been an awesome night, huh?
Yeah,
so far.
yeah, and it's you ain't heard nothing yet.
I know our phone is just blowing up. Go ahead and introduce the guests. Talk about our guests we have
okay.
today.
I met Miss Tia Ross, and this is Keith Gardner. They are a couple. I'm gonna start with that. I met Keith through Miss Tia Ross, but Miss Tia Ross, she does a class. It's called a life skills class in a program that I'm in, and I just love her. I love her. And the first day we met, we knew that we were going to do business outside of that class. We knew that from jump, right?
Definitely.
Just the energy we have between each other, and it's always empowering. The words that she speaks, she teaches about, money management, being empowered and positive, and she just takes her time with us and really motivates us. And since I've been in that class, when I first came in there, I was down in the dumps. I was feeling really down about my life and where I was, even though I was doing things. It ain't nothing like crossing paths with Miss Tia Ross and then getting that motivation every single week to get your week going.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Awesome, yeah.
So that is how we met, through life skills class, and she teaches that, and I look so forward to seeing you every week.
Yes.
Every week.
Me too.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I want some of that too.
Right?
I
bring it to you.
Okay.
I bring
That's
what
right.
she give me to you.
Come on. She'll pass it to you and you'll pass it to me.
Right.
And I
It's
need it right
catchy.
now because we had a busy weekend, y'all. So I need some of that motivation.
Right. So welcome
Okay.
to the show. Welcome to the show, you guys. Oh my God, thank you so much for coming. Keith, thank you. Welcome. He has a testimony as well.
I hear.
Yeah, so I can't wait to.
I'm thinking we should do it this way. I have a clip, and I would think we will go ahead and play the clip.
Okay.
And then when we come back, we'll talk about it, and then we'll get into your story.
Okay. Perfect.
Sounds good. Okay, and this is your testimony, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Perfect.
A shooting shatters the spring night. 4 young men are down. The first of the 4 victims is brought to Charity. A shotgun blast has ripped through his leg.
Okay, room 4, 30 seconds. I am nervous in every trauma resuscitation. Always nervous, because it really frequently is life or death for that patient.
There's a gunshot wound to the left femur. Pressure was 78/40. His pulse is 88. He has 2 wide bore IVs going wide open. He's not intubated. I need a mask, please.
There's a difference between being afraid and being nervous, you know, and it's really important, you know, not to be afraid to have to make a decision, but it's important to be nervous so that, you know, you're thinking.
19-year-old male apparent shotgun blast. What's your name, buddy? Christopher Sterling. I'm Dr. Montefusco. A lot of things going to happen. I want you to just go with us. Answer my questions, and you look at me the whole time.
I'm just scared.
I know you are. It looks like you're going to be just fine, okay? Let's take that dressing off his leg, and let's get a good look at that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, lift up his groin.
Dr. Monty finds that the shotgun wound to Chris's leg is minor.
There's 2 more coming.
With the second gunshot victim on his way, Monty quickly sends Chris out to have the wound cleaned.
You're going to be all right, man. Okay, let's get him out of here.
As they make room for the incoming gunshot victim, Monty begins to learn what happened.
2 of my friends came down from college since it was spring break. So we went to a nightclub called Scores. So we leave out of the club, we get in the car, and as the car's backing down, I think it was 3 or 4 guys just come from out of nowhere. They started shooting at the car. I don't know what made him even shoot at us. My cousin Keith, he plays football for the college that he goes to. He was a boy entering the NFL.
Chris's cousin Keith Gardner has been shot in the head.
Gardner the 40, 45 midfield. Gardner the 45, 40. He's at the 30.
He's got a single gunshot wound. He's got a Glasgow 4. He's got some moaning.
Keith is unconscious.
Lidocaine is in.
He's barely breathing.
I need someone to bag him.
Reception by Keith Gardner out of the backfield. To the 3, to the 2, the 1. Touchdown, Northeast.
Hang in there, buddy.
Keith Gardner with a score. The Indians win. The Indians win.
Not at all reactive.
Keith is barely alive.
We're drawing the fairway drugs on him right now.
The bullet has entered the back of his head and is lodged in his brain. There's nothing Monty can do about that in room 4. Dr. Monty has just found out that another one of Keith's cousins, Brendel, has already died from the shooting.
I just think about everybody's a person, everybody's somebody's child, and perhaps some of these people are other people's parents.
Monty sends Keith to CAT scan to find the bullet in his brain.
So I was very concerned that he was going to have a terrible outcome.
Keith Gardner, the football player, is having his brain scanned. Seven floors below in the ER, Dr. Monty is able to simultaneously view Keith's CAT scans.
Now seeing his CAT scan, seeing that he does a large bullet fragment right here in the left side of his brain, which controls a lot of some of the, sort of the central control mechanisms of the brain, and that's obviously been damaged. There's always some speculation with someone that has a gunshot wound to the head that they're not going to make it, especially when they come in with a decreased level of consciousness that he had. We let the Louisiana Organ Procurement Agency know about them so that if the patient was to go on and die, that sort of process is already in motion. If they have to actually go in and make a operation on his brain, there's potential to do more harm than good with it.
Keith Gardner, the football player, is in brain surgery. It's a risky procedure, but the doctors have no choice.
Okay, we need the 4 neurons.
As dawn breaks over New Orleans, they finally remove fragments of bullet and bone.
Okay, let's have you have a Penfield specimen cup, please.
The surgeons have done all they can. They have no ideas of who's ever regain consciousness.
All right, we are back, y'all. And wow, that was touching. That was very moving. It's a moving story and a powerful testimony to see you two here tonight. To imagine what y'all have been through, you know, and you're here motivating and encouraging others. So, Keith, let's hear from you. Tell us a little bit about what we just saw and what you're doing now.
Well, it's not really just my accident. It just, I mean, tragedies from my family. Just, that's really been the toughest thing in my life. Like I tell other people right now, in the last 20 years, more than 30 people are deceased for me. You know, close people, moms, grandmothers, my brother, aunties, uncles. I mean, it's hard going home to New Orleans and knowing the close people are gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But my life and my accident, yeah. I mean, I was a young man in college coming home on a spring break. Like I said, I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. Came home from a spring break. Just, I was with my 2 cousins and my friend. Came home, you know, went out that night. I don't remember everything. We went to a club, and just being in the wrong place, wrong time, they shot the car. So it was 4 of us.
Wow.
You know, my other cousin, Brendel, he died, you know, so.
Jesus.
And my life has never been the same, you know, but I'm blessed to be living and to tell my story. And I thank God every day for giving me another day so I could talk about this. And I tell people, it's not that I want to be seen, but I feel that I can help someone, you know, just to talk about my story, because and I tell other people, you never know what people are going through. You know, it's been nice. I felt like giving up, feeling like I wish I was dead.
Right.
But I know that wasn't nothing but the devil. But knowing at the time I was on a wheelchair, I couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't read, couldn't write, comprehend, understand.
You had to learn everything all over again, like a baby.
Like a baby.
From baby steps.
That's just how it was.
Wow, you came from a long way, man. And you were actually getting ready to go to the NFL.
That was my ticket, you know. And I just wanted to do whatever it takes to help my family, because they helped me and my 2 brothers, you know. That was my dream, because people, my family, you talk about my mom, dad sacrifice and struggle. You know, my mom she was Cali, we was in the Cali school. I mean, she struggled financially, but she wanted the best out of us for us, education.
Right.
School-wise, I tell other people, that's another thing I talk about when I talk to kids about education, because I made some poor choices at a young age. Education, I tell education is first, knowledge is power. And I made some poor choices, bad decisions. And that's one of the things I talk about kids about school, because you need something to fall back on.
Right.
You know, even though the athletes who are supposed to be so good, everybody can't make it to the NFL.
Right.
And even if you are good enough, something bad can happen. And it showed with my situation.
How do you feel when you watch that video of you laying there on the table and them, you know, operating and saying those words over you about death? How do you feel when you watch that?
It hurts. Well, it's like I listened to Marvin Sapp's song, I Never Would Have Made It. Because I cried when I listened to that song. but it also encouraged and inspired me because I never would have made it with, like I said, so many people. But starting off with number one was God.
Right.
Because like I said, the doctor didn't think I was going to make it.
Speak.
Being in a coma for 15 days, but the first day they said I wasn't going to make it. You know, and that's why I tell other people when they think there's no way you can make it, I tell them I have a witness that God will make a way out of nowhere. I'm a witness that He
will do that.
Yeah. So
you are a living miracle. You are a walking miracle.
Yeah.
Like a walking miracle. A sign that God is real and that He is a healer and that, you know what I mean? He can do anything for us that we request. And I'm sure, although you were again peeled back to almost a shell, that inside you were fighting. The inside of you wanted to push harder and fight through this. Go ahead.
Because at one time, you know, I was like grateful to be living, but it was miserable because I couldn't walk, like I said, couldn't walk and understand. With the bullet to my head, I lost my peripheral vision. I'm blind on my right side, so people don't know that. I can't see. My hearing because of the AK-47, the bullet was so powerful. My hearing, I'm deaf on my right side. So
Jesus.
It's another thing that say I can't hear. So I tell people, like, when you drive and close one eye and then try to drive, it's hard, you know.
Yeah, you don't have that function anymore.
You know, I'm so grateful, but I tell other people, you still gotta cherish every moment and be grateful. Because I learned there's always somebody worse than you.
Wow, bro.
You know, and I could have been dead though.
Yeah.
You know, or could have been living, but on a wheelchair. And I know how that because I was on there, or now sometimes I go to sports, I watch some guys, I come to games sometimes, I see people on a wheelchair. I say that was me. I could have been like that for the rest.
You're talking to
the
us.
rest of my life.
Right now, you are communicating with us. I can understand everything that you are saying. That is a miracle. That is a miracle. I'm trying to fight the tears back because I don't want you to cry either.
No, we do that.
I'm
we
just
cry,
like,
so, you know,
we got a caller too. Maybe let's go. Say by the phone.
You got a caller.
Say by the phone.
Welcome to His Hot Radio. Caller, you on the line? Caller, you on the line? Caller. I know, huh? Hello?
Don't be shy, calling.
Right.
Yeah, don't be shy now. Okay, well, call back.
Try to call back, whoever that is, call back.
Yeah.
The lines are open for those that are tuning in. Our call-in number is 707-676-6493. So if you want to call in and talk to our guests, our special guest that's in the building, Keith Gardner or Tia Ross, please call us at those numbers, 707-676-6493.
Okay, well, let's hear from Tia
Yes.
tonight.
Yes.
And you said earlier they're a couple. So were you with him? Were you guys dating during this situation?
And that's a miracle in itself as well.
Yeah.
So every morning we wake up, we're just grateful. Keith always says God knows best.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from San Diego. I'm a beach girl, Cali girl. I don't know anything about the South. You know, we met each other, two different strangers, met each other right here in Las Vegas.
Right
so
here in
Vegas has some good stories, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So we really met each other, and I have to be honest. Keith said, I'm going to put my foot down. We're going to go slow because it's something about you. And I'm thinking, no, it's something about you.
Oh, come on.
We're both thinking the same thing, right? And so every day we just walk in God's faith and seeing what God has for us. We both are #1 best-selling authors and our life stories. So what's so interesting is, although I didn't go through a physical trauma, the environment I grew up in was traumatizing in itself.
Tell us about that, Tia. Tell us about that.
I can relate.
Growing up between gangs, drugs, I was a teenage mom. So at the age of 16, I had my first daughter, and I didn't have examples around me of people that had, already made it through college or were super successful legally. And so I had to make a choice. And it was a conscious choice to actually walk into my calling and be great and leave things behind. Sometimes you have to cut people loose or situations, not let them go out of your life, but let them know, you know what, I'm putting myself on a different track. And so learning how to set healthy boundaries at an early age was something that I had to do.
At 16 and being a youth, how did you know that there was something greater and bigger at that point?
My daughter became my purpose for living.
And
I figured out she became my purpose for living, and I figured out that I was going to finish high school first, and I finished high school by 17. I actually started college at 17.
Right.
I was really headstrong and focused on achieving and moving beyond what I lived in, so my daughter would have a different experience in life than I did. Nothing wrong with it. I love my family to this day. We still live in the neighborhood, still go home, still have fun, still do what we do. And there's a calling on my life, and I did not ignore that calling. And I think so often we diminish our light, some of us. We don't go after our purpose because we allow circumstances to influence us. So it was just destiny that Keith and I come on each other's path for a bigger calling, and we know that there's still
right. We got a caller calling. Girl, y'all walked in the building, the lines is hot.
Let's see if this was going to talk to us.
Welcome to His Top Radio.
You got it. Hello?
Shalom. Good afternoon. Shalom. Good afternoon.
Shalom. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
It's good. It's good. This is I want to introduce my best friend, y'all. This is Theo. I grew up with him. We both got saved at a young age, like 16, 15 years old. What's up, man? How you doing? I thought you was out of town tonight.
No, I just got back in from my conference, man. So I'm rejuvenated. Fresh.
All right, bro. What you got to say? You got the floor, brother.
I got a question for my man. Just what was his name? Ross?
Keith Gardner.
Okay, Mr. Gardner. I have a question for you. I know you said you was playing football and going for the league, but here's the question. It's basically for all the panel and the host. Why do we continue to chase Satan's dreams with all these sports instead of building our own activity? Because doing that is similar to the plantation. What we're trying to do is get the owner to pick us. I'm sorry about your situation, but this is just a question that I have, because we do it week in and week out. We're having our kids on the pop on the field and everything, and then now they get older, they want to sue for the CTE situations, but yet we put our kids out there at such a young age to try to entertain. That's it, Kerry. Now go ahead.
I grew up in the sports, man. I mean, that was just my passion. We all have a gift. Okay, and sports, like I said, sports got me out of trouble. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just telling you the truth. And my family, a lot of drug dealers, a lot of people just living in New Orleans. And like I say, sports got me out of trouble. I mean, we all have some type of, like I say, a gift, a talent that God bless you with. And this is correct. I know this what God gave me. Football, basketball, baseball, track, all my life from the age of 8 till I was 21. That's when I was shot. I mean, this, like I said, this what got me out of trouble, man. Living in New Orleans, I know I was gonna even sell drugs or gonna be in jail or dead. But I knew sports. This was my ticket to help my family. Like I tell you before, my mother fought a sacrifice and struggled to take care of my two brothers and myself. And so my dream was to take care of my family so they would never have to struggle. That was my dream. But I keep telling people over and over again, God had another plan. I know He has something better for me right now. And I tell people, it's not that I want to be seen, my brother. I'm telling you, trust me, brother, I'm telling you right now, I'm not looking to be seen. I'm right now to try to encourage and help somebody else. Amen. Because I know there are some people out, especially when you talk about brothers, black folks, man. I've been through a lot of crime, black on black crime. You know, I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced. But I'm talking about my brother. When I go home to New Orleans, this is what I see. I get tired of seeing black on black crime. Yeah. You know, I'm tired of seeing that. We talk about the white man, this and that. I'm not, like I tell you, I'm not prejudiced. And I wasn't raised like that. My mother and father, they treated me right. I'm not that type. And I got coaches. I'm not talking about no race. But I'm just telling you what I know in New Orleans. Coming after Katrina, it didn't get no better. It's still bad out there. I mean, crime is everywhere.
Are you still in New Orleans?
I'm just telling you, it was my gift, sir. This is all I knew was sports. You know, I was going to
graduate
in school.
I understand. I said, are you still in New Orleans? You still live in New Orleans?
No, I'm in Las Vegas. This is my home, right? That's why I told you I can't go back
to
New Orleans. I can't go not to
Okay, yeah, because I just left a conference, and the pastor that I went to is from Lafayette.
Okay.
And that's why I was just asking. They got a HFL. They got a sports league. You know what I'm saying, for the church, and that's why I was just asking if you still down there.
I mean, like I told you before, I was coaching high school at one time. That was my dream to make it to the NFL. I was gonna come back and be a high school coach, and not just talking about sports, but talking about life. When I talk to kids, as of right now, this is what I still do. Ain't nothing gonna change with that. I'm gonna continue. You know, I'm always continue talking to kids, and because this is what I know. And I'm just telling you, it's not that I want to be seen. I know this is going to help some other people. And I don't care what color, I don't care what race, I don't care what age. It's going to encourage and inspire somebody. Because I tell other people, you never know what people are going through.
Right.
I got people in my family who commit suicide. So you can't tell me, I'm telling you, you never know what people are going through.
Right, that's true. Wow. That's true. I went through a lot this past year with homelessness, and I just never thought my life would take that course, you know. But the thing I learned through that is that my life does not belong to me, and there is purposes and things that, you know, my life through my life that are going to be manifested and done, lives that have to be touched and stuff like that. And if I hadn't taken that course, I wouldn't have known that.
Yes.
You know, so everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna read something to you too.
Yeah, let's get you. I want to talk to you some more, Tia, too.
I know. We have another caller. Welcome to His Hot Radio.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I was just calling to listen in on the show tonight. I'm Tia's daughter.
Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you can find us if you go to Facebook and go to Club His Hop. You can watch the show there. But you're also more than welcome to talk to us now that you're on the line. Is there anything you would like to say or any comments you would like to share?
No. I think I'll listen. I'll listen first, and then, you know, if there's anything that I have to share or add, then I will.
Okay. Well,
so I'll go online and pull it up and see if I can watch it that way.
I do have a question for you before you go. Are you proud of your mom?
What an awesome question.
I am. I'm very proud of my mom. I'm always proud of her.
Yeah, she is beautiful. Is this the one that you had at 17? 16? Oh my God.
Okay, let's hear her story. We really haven't heard your story.
Right. How was it? I mean, did you know that your mom was that young when she had you?
Yeah, you know what? I always felt when I was younger, you know, when you're younger, you are we're more open to things and we feel things deeper. And I always felt like, you know, my mom. I always knew she was. And I always did feel like she was. You know, she was young and she was always doing the best that she could. And I always knew that she was the best mom. Oh. And I always knew that she was doing everything that she could for herself and for me. And she's always been a really good role model for me. So, you know, as a child, like I could see that my grandmother and my great-grandmother, their wisdom was different than my mom. So that kind of made me realize that my mom was younger. But I always felt like, really strongly connected to my mom. And even as I grew, I realized that not everyone had mothers that were as young as mine. And I always felt really proud, like, yeah, my mom is young. Like, we're close. Our relationship is a little bit different. So, yeah, that's just a little bit about
and I told, I don't know if Tia remembers this, but I told her that I was also a teen mother. I had my first child at 14 and my second child by the time I was 16. So it's almost like your sisters. You're so close in age that once we raise y'all, once that part is over, it's like, you become really, really close because that's all you know. That's all you know. Yeah. And it is a blessing. Even though it was rough when we were younger, it's a blessing to have that tight-knit bond and to, come on this end of it and see our babies blossom and grow into these beautiful human beings that they become, and to know that through your life, I'm sure your mom is even seeing some of her strengths and encourage, what she trained and taught you through that encourages us. Because as a young mom, you're insecure. You don't know if you're doing the right thing. You don't know if you're making the right steps because you're so young. Your body is not developed. Your mind is not developed all the way. And it just sounds like from young, your mom had this fight in her. And that's the way I was. At 14 having my first baby. That's young, So I appreciate that side of things and you giving us that angle of your mom. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
So,
all right,
we have another caller. Hotline.
Okay, all right, we're gonna have to cut her loose. So we're gonna get the new caller on.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to His Hop Radio.
How you doing?
We're good. May we ask who this is?
Hey, this is Caleb. Caleb is calling. How you doing?
Hello, how are you? Welcome to Club His Hop Radio. I'm sorry, I think we were all at a standstill or
something. Do y'all know?
I don't hit nobody. Y'all gotta.
Okay, go ahead and talk to him.
Yeah, I just wanted to call him just to she was ask some questions to my man Keith Gardner.
Okay. You have the floor.
I have the floor, okay. Well, for Keith Gardner, my question is, why do you want to help out the youth?
What do you say?
Why do you want to help the youth?
Oh, that's something that I have to do. I'm gonna keep, like I said, it's a gift that God gives me. And I wish I could go every day and just talk to people. I just want to travel and go all over the world. And I got to tell you, because I can tell you there's somebody watching me, because somebody going through something that need help. Can you just feel like there's like kids that, like, for some kids don't have a father. I've been around young men don't have a father. It's good to have a good mother, but you need that dad also who gonna talk to you not just on the field but off the field. Talk about life, because some of these kids not living right, but they hanging with the wrong crowd. I see these kids with the pants hanging down. I want to talk about that. Little thing that, whatever to encourage and inspire someone, I just want to do whatever it takes. That was always my motto, was whatever it takes. Because like I tell people over and over again, I made so many poor choices because I was hanging with the wrong crowd. I just don't want to tell everybody it was just their fault, because I know the difference from right and wrong. I know I shouldn't be going out and doing this and doing that, but I did it anyway because I want money or temptation. I've been around ladies, women, and stuff like that. But for us with the youth, that's very important because I want to start with the education. Because I think that is very important.
Indeed. Well, that's good, man. I know education is key for the young generation that's ahead. So I'm big on education, and that's why I just wanted to call in and just to see what's your perspective on the youth and how can you impact the youth?
hoping I can go with any city, any state, they can call me, ask me if Keith Gardner, can I come over to, I don't know, Georgia, or Atlanta, any type of city, any state, if anybody want to talk, or if I can go to church. I don't have to, if they want me to come to prisons, church, I don't care whatever it is. I just, like I said, I want to talk because I know this is something that God wants me to do.
Tell your testimony.
I feel that over and over and over again. I know God is telling you, that concept, you feel like God is telling you, it's something you need to be doing.
Right.
And that's what I need. I know, I'm telling y'all, it's not that I want to be seen. Trust me, my dream was to play ball, man. But God had another plan.
Well, it's a lot of our, I will say this, it's a lot of our youth that's in trouble.
Yeah.
And someone like a Keith Gardner coming along and giving them his testimony about, getting in trouble and, not choosing this way or that way, with him living, being a walking testimony, that right there alone will at least get these kids thinking, should I be doing this or should I be doing that? I just think it's nothing like going through it yourself. It's a different kind of ministry when you've been through something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we want to get some more into Tia Ross a little bit and find out what she's doing, what the name of her book is, and talk to you a little bit about being a bestseller and all that good stuff, motivational speaker.
Can you show that book into your camera? There you go.
Yeah, the camera. Right here.
Facebook over here.
Yours is right here.
Yeah. So what's the name of it? And tell everyone where they can go get it.
So it's called Living on Purpose with the Purpose. And you can go to Amazon.com. Keith as well. So Keith's book is on Amazon.com, and it's called I Never Would Have Made It Without You. So we're both #1 best-selling authors, and we complement each other in a great way. Also, Keith says something key that he wants to go off and speak. So we also have sent over our handles on Facebook. We have a community together called Whatever It Takes 2018. If you want to talk to us, go there. You can go to Keith Gardner's Facebook page. It's called I Never Would Have Made It Without You on Facebook, Keith Gardner. You can talk to him there and access his website if you want him to come and speak. You can also go to Tia Ross and Company. Talk to me there. So you got tons of ways to get in touch with us. This book, I wanted to share something because it goes in alignment. It's a quick story. I wrote this book so that all of us can get through the book. I just want to be honest, right? I have a shelf full of books. I don't know about you in the audience, but I got a shelf full of books. And life is big, and sometimes we don't read these big novels. Some
that's true.
Readers, but the majority of us, we're not stopping to read.
Yeah.
So I said, when I write this book, if you pick it up, I want you to read it within 1 hour. It's big font, and it makes you do your work.
Right.
So it's not just a book where you get to read. You're going to have to change some things if you read this book. Ooh. So it's and it's real short. Now this speaks to Keith. This speaks to you, Shantae. It speaks to all of us listening on here about your purpose. And it's a reason why it's called Living on Purpose with the Purpose. So this chapter is called Divinely Orchestrated for a Purpose. Divinely orchestrated. Brother Theo that called in, divinely orchestrated for a purpose.
Yeah.
So how do you figure out your own purpose so you can live your life fully? How can you live your life without hesitations or limits? You were created for a divine purpose, and the sooner you figure out what it is, the better. But how do you do that? First, you need to recognize your worth. I'll say that again for the listeners. You need to recognize your worth beyond the dollar sign, beyond the money that is not in your bank account. I say it over and over again, but I had to personally learn that. I had to come from nothing, bounce to something, come back from nothing. I done did that so many times that God was trying to teach me something.
Right.
And one of the things he taught me was my worth was not my wealth. So you can't judge me based on what I have in my bank or what I don't have. And I've been there, born into it, came from it, went back to it because I didn't learn the first time. Am I talking to anybody?
You real, yeah.
Okay, so now, but how do you do that? First, you need to recognize your worth. Believe that you are not a mistake. Your worth is not your wealth. Often we are taught that we need to go after a career based on wealth. I'm gonna be a football star. I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna be a rapper. We gotta go after that thing based on the dollar sign versus going after that thing because that's what we're passionate about. See, what I love about Keith's story is that's his true divine purpose and passion, because now he's back at this and it's never stopped. So that's how you know that it was your purpose.
Right.
See, what money, listen to this. Often we are taught that we need to go after a career based on wealth. What are we going to make from it? That's what we ask ourselves. So some of us don't go into career paths because we're afraid we're not going to make the money.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you were doing that and missing out on what God wanted to bless you with financially?
Right.
Because in your small mind, you don't want to go after that because it doesn't pay this much.
Right.
See?
Listen,
You understand?
tonight I'm in a hosting format, right? But I listen every week. Listen, in class, just your words are so powerful that it just stops you in your tracks. The things that you say, it sticks with me. You understand? And it's been so empowering. People wonder why my lives are so actionary and why they so, this or that, or the words that are coming out. It's because I get this every week. I am under the tone of your voice every week, and I feel so blessed to be in that room. I don't even know if all the ladies understand how blessed they are to be under the sound of your voice and to hear those very words directly, one-on-one. That's an honor and a pleasure. So keep going. I just wanted to say that real quick.
It's good. Now listen, what money comes from is what we ask ourselves. That's a trap. That's a trap. When you look at a career based on the amount of money you're going to make, it's a trap that, and I know Brother Theo understands this, working on the plantation, he said, it's a trap. The idea that you see a dollar sign at the end and that's what you go after is a trap, because in essence, if you ever meet someone that's super wealthy, they really don't go after the money.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are walking in their true wealth and purpose are enjoying life, and the money just follows, dripping all over. It just follows. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So now, money doesn't lead to your purpose.
Nope.
It doesn't make you live a life full of passion.
Right.
Some of you are passionate about money, but it don't mean you living a life of passion. That's two different things. So money is simply a product of working. We tend to put work and wealth together rather than realizing that worth is the product of your value. That's a sentence in itself. We tend to put work and wealth together rather than realizing that worth is the product of your value. Wealth and worth are two separate things. Only God can put the value on what you're worth. Only God can put the value on your worth. Wealth and worth are two separate things. It needs to be tied directly to your purpose, to the fact that you are fulfilling the purpose for which He put you on this planet for. From there, you and God can determine that you do have worth.
Woo.
Wow, come on.
What a clap.
You're right there.
I was about to say, like.
But here goes the thing, though. This is the deep part. You know why I speak with such conviction? Because I had to live it.
You lived it.
In more than one time I had to live it. So I was birthed into the poverty, had to do what I had to do to come out of it, but I realized it was just a mindset.
Because when you speak those words out of your book, you could feel the life behind it and the power behind it. And I can tell that you went deep and went through something. I was gonna ask, like, did you just have a notebook on the side of the bed? Like, what were you going through when this book came about? What were you going through?
Honestly, I was mad at God. I'm not even going to paint a pretty picture.
Come on.
See, I like to tell you the truth.
No, we want the truth.
I was mad at God. I was mad because some of us, cliches for the world, we want to make ourselves look all perfect. Like we go, nope, I was pissed off. I was mad. I didn't understand it. I was mad. I was married at the time, right? I was mad at my husband at the time. ex-husband now, but I was mad. I was going through all of those emotions and having my one-on-one conversations with God, and it didn't line up in my head. I didn't understand how in church and growing up around people, they would say, you're a daughter of God, and I would tell God, well, if I'm your daughter, why I'm living like this? See, this is conversations we don't have, and then it traps us up, but God answered me.
Right, that's facts.
That's powerful. Now, I wanted to ask, I'm a back to the Bible type of person, and so when you were talking about money and your purpose and all of that, I was thinking of the story of King Solomon.
Come on.
When King Solomon was getting ready to rule the kingdom, right? God came to him and asked him, what do you want me to do for you? And King Solomon, he said, he wasn't chasing the money. He could have said riches and all that. He said, give me the wisdom and the discernment to govern your people. And God says, because you didn't ask for riches, I'm going to give it to you. So that is a good example of not chasing the money, but that money chases you once you put your faith and trust in God. And I want to say my personal testimony, 7 years ago, almost 6. 6 years ago, almost 7. I took a step out in faith, and I took over this building. I wasn't looking for no building. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't looking to increase bill. You got to pay for it. You got power, you got lights, you got this and that and the other. And I did it because I wanted to start an outreach. I wanted to provide a safe, positive, clean place for people to come, hear some live music, and also enjoy themselves in the Lord. And it grew and it grew and it grew to a point. I did free shows. I didn't even charge at the door. You know what I mean? I didn't even take donations. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even about the money. But God has always provided and has come through. To be honest, I don't know how I do it.
7 years in.
I don't know. I still don't know how I do it. But the bills get paid and God keeps providing. And I believe that is the principle, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. And so I really confirm or confirmation, that was confirmation.
Your words,
what you said, your words right there, that you don't chase the money, you chase the purpose. Love it.
Yes, because and then key, one thing, I coach a lot of people. I have a lot of businesses I coach, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things, people come to me, I have about 10 people right now that I'm helping. Those are some of the people calling in earlier.
Oh.
They're working on their nonprofits. And they're passionate.
Okay, I'm going to be calling you too, because I need some help.
But here's the thing, what I always tell people, what are you currently doing with what you have? Because it's an old, simple principle. We heard it growing up, but it has some value, some worth to it. And I always say that. I always ask them, are you currently doing what you say you want to do with no money? Because I look at people's actions. Because if you're doing it, then you're going to be doing more of it when the money comes. See, that's all God's looking for.
Come on.
But if you're waiting around for the money to drop for you to do it, you probably won't be doing it, because when you get the money, you're going to be doing something else.
I'm getting chills, y'all. I'm getting chills.
I already know.
You're speaking into my life right now.
I already know.
You hear what I deal with every week.
I see.
That's why I be coming in here. Hey, son, what's going on? Charged up. And it's just been amazing knowing you and meeting you. And we spoke about that, like how it ain't about the class for us. Like, it's going to go well beyond the class. I was so honored when you asked me about possibly being a special guest on the show. I was like, let's do it now. Let's do it now. I hit Sam up. I was like, we got to get them on the show. And then as soon as you booked, then Miss Laura, she booked as well. Like, it was like simultaneously. That's why I know we are walking in our divine purpose, as you said. I know that we are on the right track because it's a draw. We're drawing each other. We're like, hey, what can we do next? What can we do, for this or that or that? We ain't done yet either, Miss Tia, right? We talk about that all the time. And we don't even know the magnitude of the levels that God is getting ready to take us to, or, you know, how high, how deep. We're not worried about that right now. We're walking in our purpose, and he is going to add the rest. So that's how I feel.
And I would like to just throw it out there. We can, I want to invite you guys to come back. You know what I mean? And we can even create some type of a schedule, you know what I mean? Every couple of weeks or something like that. Because I believe you guys have a lot to offer. You have a lot to say. And you have powerful stories. People need to hear your stories. And I want to plug your books again. Now, you guys both have different books, right?
Yeah.
What's the title of your book? And if you can show your book
show
the
us.
camera. 2 bestsellers, y'all. Come
Right
on.
here with us. I Never Would Have Made It Without You. That's the name of his book, and that's Keith Gardner.
Okay.
And he's on the
show-
bestsellers list.
Show it to your camera.
Oh, my camera.
Both cameras.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting that. We got to do it right here.
I know, everybody was like, looking to the side. We see everybody's side profile.
I have another picture. I don't like that ugly picture.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't bring that part on my book.
No, you all right. You all right.
Yeah, you good, brother. Man. And
So that's his book right there, Keith Gardner. I Never Would Have Made It Without You. Did that song come out after you wrote this book, or did it come out? Never would have made it.
Well, I think Marvin Sapp, that song was in like 2007, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, this is a sweet thing about, but he don't know, but one of the things that made me pay attention to him was his character. And one thing, when we were first starting a date, we've been dating now for 4 years. We've been in each other's life, getting to know each other first, you know, and it took our time. So at the beginning, Keith told me, I used to hear him play that song all the time in the background, because I lived in San Diego. I didn't live here. So we would communicate and everything. And then Keith, he would say, yeah, I listen to this every morning. This what motivates me. And do you know he still does that 5 years into this thing? He still listens to that.
Come on.
I cry when I listen to it, but it also, like I said, it encouraged me. It motivates me every day. You know, when I think about giving up, when I think about all the stuff that I was going through, when I tell you I couldn't really comprehend and understand, man, it was hard, you know. But like I said, this is another thing. When I was on, I've been on a couple of talk shows like Queen Latifah, you know. So it was a show, but he was also with my cousin Jermaine. He was another person like on that Trauma Life on the Yard. He really helped me because see, at the time when I was on a wheelchair, I couldn't walk. Okay, I couldn't understand. See, he would bring me like little cards, and he'll write the name on them and say, you know, I have to say it like football. And I couldn't read until say that until I read like football, or you know, just read it out, and that's how I can get the word out, you know, or break it in
Which taught
syllables.
you how to read and stuff again.
Stuff like that, you know. So I mean, it was hard, but when I always listen, like I said, when I listen to that song, Marvin Sapp, I get fired up.
Yeah. I can feel it.
I love listening to the song. It motivates
Powerful.
me over and over and over and over.
Powerful, brother.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like I said, when I tell, like the man we were talking about earlier, y'all love the sports, and I wanted that money, but that was just my passion, man. That's something I could tell people I'll do it for free.
If you had to,
You know what I'm saying? Anybody that know
Everybody
me,
has a gift,
all the people that know me, they know I'll do it for free because they know I just love the game. But I wanted the money because I wanted to come home and come back and help kids. You know, like we go, kids gotta buy clothes and uniforms for the football. You know, that was my dream. I wanted so they won't never have to worry about. I was gonna make sure I take care of all that. And with the uniforms and stuff like that. You know, so and then like speaking, and it was a blessing. I ran into Tia. You know, God blessed me with that. You know, like I said on my book, I can't say everything because we do something every month. We talk about certain parts, but. Well, I guess I'm here now. I'll tell everybody.
Yeah, tell us. Give HISHOPRADIO the exclusive.
I gotta say the exclusive, y'all. We gonna start.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. I ain't got time, but like I said, I was in a situation people don't know. Some people know because they read the book, but some people who really don't know everything about me. I was in a situation. I was homeless. You know,
Okay.
A superstar about to make it to the NFL, got shot in here, come home, such and such, after a little bit, and now I was in a situation I ain't have a place to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
People wouldn't believe that. If I tell people, you never know what people are going through.
Yep.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So when I'm telling the whole world now, I'm not gonna tell y'all, you think I'm not trying to be seen. I'm trying to help other people. And you think I just want to be seen just to let you know that I was homeless? You think I want to tell everybody that? Some people would never tell nobody something.
Right.
Like that. You know?
Man.
And like I said, people like I was crazy, like I'm with the person who shot me. Man, I wasn't looking for all that retaliation and all that. God bless me, you know. And that's why I tell other people, man, I'm not looking for no trouble,
Right.
no drama.
Did they find the person that shot you?
Well, I don't know.
You don't even know.
You know, I
Okay.
just
All
thank
right.
God that I'm living.
Man, it's powerful. Well, what I want to do is I want to play some more of your clip as we get ready to wrap it up. We are about out of time now, but I'm going to open it up for final comments. You know, final comments. Take a second to plug your books or even give some shout outs. We thank everyone who called. If you want to get a quick call in before we, if you didn't get through, call us one more time. The lines are clear. But ladies first, so give us some final comments before we go off tonight.
I just say, thank you to all of you listening, all of our friends and family, the people that support Keith and I and are rooting for us and cheering for our journey. And then I'm just like to say to you all, thank you. And I do see a bigger picture.
Oh,
and we will play with you all in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, come on. All right.
Yeah.
Look, this is a real hand clap.
Oh, you got a real one out of him. He didn't use the clap machine. That's big, Tim.
I love my sound effects, y'all.
Go ahead, Keith. Any closing comments for you?
Well, just like I said, I want to do whatever it takes to try to encourage and inspire someone. Don't be shy, don't be ashamed. You need help, please call. I mean, even if you want, I'm not looking for no help, but if y'all need my number or anything, or I'm on Facebook, please call. I mean, like I said, I'm with Tia, we trying to do whatever it takes to help people. And we don't, not just the city, we talking about all over the world, all over the country,
All over the
wherever,
world, y'all.
all over, wherever.
Yeah.
You know, if we can help someone, I mean, God had us living for a purpose, a reason. It's a reason, why this going on right now.
Right.
You know?
I just think you guys are phenomenal. And I know them late nights when y'all just chilling at home or whatever, y'all are a powerful couple. So I know it's tough to balance all that. Like, you're giving out so much, and I just know you love on each other hard and that you cherish what you have. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here. This was amazing and awesome, and I get to listen to you every week. I feel so blessed. and now we are friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now we are friends. This is going to go way further than what we even knew. God knew to send me that way when I came in, and I have needed you. I've needed this encouragement from your voice and being under the sound and the tone of your voice. You never know what we're going through when we walk in there. Wow. And since I've gotten there, I feel so powerful and so like I can rule the world and take on anything. And it's because of your words on a week-to-week basis. You my motivator, honey.
Because I seen the superstar in you from the day I met her. Before I even knew her story, I said, oh yeah, you're a superstar. And I wasn't playing with it. I can see it. I see it.
Wow. You are so awesome for that.
All right.
The clap. Sound effect.
Amen. And you know what? I wanted to say to my brother, there was a reason why you survived that night. You know what I mean? God has a plan. God has a purpose. There's a reason why you are still here. And you went through what you went through. And God has a plan. He has a purpose. And I'm pretty sure you already know. I'm not telling you anything new. You know what I mean? But you are impacting a lot of people now just by your story. You know what I'm saying? I mean, both of you are, you know? And so I believe that's powerful. I'm excited that I had a chance to meet you and to hear your story. And we're going to push this as far as we can on the station. So I want to thank both of you for coming and spending time with us tonight.
He wants you to be a part of his family. He don't do that. He don't do that normally. Be like, come back. It's not like that. Like he wants y'all to be y'all family now.
Yes, I feel it. We can definitely have you guys back on a regular basis. So
thank you.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and sign us off tonight. We had an amazing time. We extended the show tonight.
We did a double show, yeah.
We did a double shift. We usually don't do 2 hours, but hey, we might
think about that, right?
Yeah,
right.
Future, you know.
This was amazing too. Laura Perkins, Keith Gardner, Tia Ross. That's a powerful 2 hours of talk. Yeah.
It's a God thing.
That's God. That's right.
Like, how that happen? You know what I mean?
That's God.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So y'all continue to tune in to His Hop Radio every Monday at 7.
Yeah.
We're gonna also be adding Wednesdays, for people like Tia and Keith to be added to the schedule. Right. So tune in to His Hop Radio. Go on to Club His Hop on Facebook. As well, and you will be able to see a lot of our shows and what's coming up, and keep in touch with what we're doing. So
and download that app. Make sure you download that app. We're adding other radio stations to it. We're becoming like a iHeartRadio or a TuneIn Radio. We're going to own our own genre, y'all. You know what I mean? We can do this ourselves, and so go ahead and download the His Hop Radio app. You can catch our archives and our past shows. We have a lot of activity on that app. We have chat rooms. You can comment on articles. We have videos, all kind of stuff. So you can take us with you wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? So signing off tonight, I'm your boy D-Roll coming at you from the headquarters. This is Club His Hop Las Vegas. We want to invite y'all to come out this weekend, this Saturday, or actually, is that Saturday, November the 3rd? I don't know, the days are running together, y'all. Yeah, I've been working 6 days a week. But November the 3rd, come out. It starts at 12 in the afternoon, actually. It is a
day party, day event, day party.
Domestic violence. What is this one? Suicide awareness.
Yeah.
So we have events back to back. Hard to remember them all, but it's a suicide awareness. Our brother Hurricane Maine, he's coming all the way from the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. He had a tragedy in his own family. Chance Zachary is his name, and he started this movement called Give Life a Chance.
And also,
in his early 20s. He was only 22 years old, and he decided to take his life. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. At that age, what could be so bad? And so he's saying, instead of asking the question after they're gone, let's prevent it before they make that decision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, don't forget, we are doing our coat drive.
Yes.
Coat concert for the homeless. Jacket and coat drive for the homeless here November 15th. It is co-hosted by me and Louis Bruce. He also has a testimony. He suddenly had to have brain surgery. So I selected him in particular because I want people that are impacting lives and that can really tell their story and not just be a regular old show. Yeah. We have added vendors. I met a sock vendor today. Nice. I met also a lady with oils. We have a jewelry vendor that will be here, Miss Deborah Mitchell. She sells paparazzi jewelry. And we have a clothing line called Vague Retone. They will be here in the building as well that night. And lots of artists. We're also doing a meet and greet for that event on November 9th at TC's Rib Crib. We will be having a meet and greet to get us geared up and excited about, that place is good, right? I keep telling Sam,
I gotta go, man.
There was a congresswoman that came in there today.
Oh, really?
That's running for a major office. She came in there today. Okay. Give it up to Sharon of TC's Rib Crib. She is also going to be sponsoring our event that night, so people will get to taste the food.
Sponsoring it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they will get to taste her amazing food here that night. We got some amazing relationships out here in the business, and I'm just so grateful to everybody. Give it up to Trina Giles of Grits Cafe, who also donated seeds into our Operation Bring Your Best. Also, just all my volunteers, everyone that's bringing awareness to it. I want to thank On the Rise magazine, as well as Soul Central magazine that did an article on us. 2 different magazines that came out in 1 week.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
so it's just been an amazing journey. And like you said, Keith, you know, we go through something for a reason. My homelessness was for a reason. And I am the face of homelessness. I will tell everybody, as beautiful as I am on the outside, I represent people that have lost it all. So that's what we're bringing awareness to, is the crisis here in the city of Las Vegas. And we want all of y'all to come out. November 15th, there's a $10 donation at the door. That is because proceeds are going to Holy Smoke Misfit Missionaries, which go into the tunnels of Las Vegas and feed the homeless. Wow. So we want to give them something and bless them. Yeah. They've been dedicated for almost 2 years, nonstop, every week, going into the tunnels, feeding the homeless, clothing them. Amen. And just, you know, doing their thing. So, yeah, so y'all support this movement.
Amen. All right. Well, it's time to sign off for the 3rd time.
Right. My bad.
But you know, but it's good because this show today was amazing, and we just don't want to end it.
Right. You know, that's what it is. Right.
We enjoy the fellowship. We're just getting it all out. There's a lot of love in the room. So please tune in every Monday night.
Oh yeah, this is only the beginning. Only the beginning.
Tune in every Monday night, and I'm go ahead and sign off like I always do. It's not about us. It's all about the Christ that is in us. Stick around. We're gonna play a little more of this clip as we go out tonight. God bless y'all.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Yeah.
It's been 2 days since Keith Gardner's brain surgery. He's still in a coma in the intensive care unit. Keith is from a big New Orleans family. After a tense wait, they're finally allowed to see him. Keith's father, Ira, is the first.
Dad, love you, but you gonna be all right, Keith. Just hold on.
Keith's family and friends are determined to reach him, one way or another.
Do it for us, Keith, man. Come on, don't give up. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Now wake up out of this here.
Next, they bring in Keith's pastor.
He's in your hands right now. He's in your operation table right now, God. And you're performing a miracle, Lord, to baffle the minds of the doctors. Right now, in the name of Jesus.
Keith's football coach has come. Keith. He can't reconcile what Keith was with what he has become.
Fake and roll to the right side. He's looking to throw back the other way. Gardner, the 3, touchdown, Northeast! Keith Gardner.
As the doctors watch and wait, the long vigil for family and friends has just begun. It's been 10 days since Keith Gardner has been in a coma.
With Keith, when he came in, I thought he was potentially going to be brain dead, and so I was, very concerned that he was going to have a terrible outcome.
Keith's best friend, Jermaine, who was shot next to him, is finally recovered enough to come visit.
Keith, it's Jermaine, man. Try to squeeze my hand again. Huh? Yeah, just squeeze me up, Keith. Squeeze me.
Keith responds by squeezing Jermaine's hand.
It's tight. It's like seeing Superman. You know, when he gets hit by kryptonite, he goes down. It hurts you.
Day 15.
Keith, open your eyes.
Keith Gardner is finally coming out of his coma.
Keith is fat, open your eyes.
His family has new hope.
Open your eyes, Keith. Keith, come on, open your eyes. Keith, I love you.
Glad to see that, that giving me all kind of more confidence. Hey, man, what's up, baby? Sleep, man.
Keith's long night is behind him.
Go ahead, go to sleep, man. I'm coming tomorrow, all right?
His recovery has begun.
Go ahead, go to sleep. Go ahead, I'm coming tomorrow.
Good job, man.
For the first time since the shooting, football player Keith Gardner sits up. Maria Burke is his therapist.
See, am I blurry?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I close? You see 3 of me?
Yeah.
Oh. Does that feel good to move it? Help me bring it down to your hip now. Push it down.
Keith Gardner is making remarkable progress physically, but there are huge mental losses.
Go down. Who are you?
Lord.
Okay, you're having a big time following me today.
What you mean?
Whose name is that?
With the damage done by the bullet, there's no way to know whether he will regain basic mental abilities.
Keith? What's his name?
Keith has known Jermaine his entire life, but he no longer has the words to express the knowledge.
It's okay. Remember how I was saying you got shot in the head? Okay, one of the problems you're having is you're not understanding what I'm saying. Thank you for working with me.
Thank you.
You're getting there, man.
All right, bro. All right. You're not stupid. I know you're not stupid.
Dr. Monty's star case, Keith Gardner, is undergoing intensive rehabilitation.
Part of the area of his brain that was damaged, is related to cognitive function. And cognitive function is, thinking and reasoning. They're based on vocabulary. All those things come together to actually form speech and thoughts, which are actually much more complicated than we realize.
Hey, Keith, what color is this? What's the name of this color?
What's the name of it?
Purple. Okay.
Keith's physical and mental therapy is progressing well. His best friend, Jermaine, has been with him every single day.
It's like 2 days, huh?
His college football coach has become a frequent visitor.
Makes you real tired? How you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Thank you.
You gonna wear it for me?
I need this.
What do you say?
There you go, man.
You need to make it a little bigger.
There you go.
What's important to me is that he gets healthy. And I was so happy to see him just open his eyes that day, and they say that he can do everything. He'll be okay. It's just going to take time. He can go out and do it. He can go out and play if he wants, but it's up to Keith.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Keith Gardner, the football player, is leaving today.
I'm glad to see him leaving this way. Yeah.
In Keith's case, it seems that his brain is beginning to compensate for the areas that have been destroyed.
The brain is yet a frontier that's not fully understood, and to know exactly how long it's going to take, they just don't know. I'm shocked, really, at how well he's doing.
I'm going to push him every day, early in the morning. We're going to get up. We're going to go walking. We're going to go jogging. We're going to get on a treadmill. We're going to do it all. Yeah.
Sound bad. Sound like 3 or 4 inches sticking out.
It's been 3 months since Keith Gardner was shot in the head. He's fighting to reclaim his old life.
That was luck. That was luck. That was luck. You hear? That was luck.
He's not alone.
Remember you didn't want to throw, man?
Nice. I got you. Let me see that.
But for Keith Gardner, the innocence of youth is gone forever.
See, I gotta play football. You know what I'm saying? People tell me I can't. Bro. I gotta play football. I'm telling you, I gotta play football, though.
Stretcher and your boy, man.